Welcome back to the Western Pennsylvania Bruins Tip-Off Classic, Day 2, Game 2. This one features the West Virginia Thunder taking on 1Nation here in the 10th grade division. 1Nation with the basketball. Fall-away jumper, that shot off the mark. All going to be last touched out of bounds by 1Nation, so it'll go over to the Thunder. In terms of getting the West Virginia Thunder on the board, it was number 24, Katie Ball, with the bucket. She makes it an early 2-0 advantage. Wraparound pass on the inside. Left hand, left side. Score that one for Katie Ball. 6'1" forward out of Mingo Central. So far, Katie Ball 4, 1Nation 0. Risky pass, broken up, but still retained by 1Nation. Fight for the rebound, able to wrestle it away and earn a trip to the free throw line. Good work on the inside there by number 9. That's Kasia Buggs. Buggs out of Auburn Hills, Avondale. Cannot get that first free throw to go. Misses both, so an empty trip to the free throw line there. I can tell you both of these teams are too good to not take advantage of your free throw opportunities. Earning a trip to the free throw line there is going to be Bailey Atkins. So Atkins out of St. Joe's High School. Atkins can't get her first free throw. Gets the second. A strong take there by Nyaja Williams, but she met resistance on the inside. The West Virginia Thunder not having any of it. And a layup on the other end by Tasia Jenks is going to prompt a timeout. We'll have our first WPA tip-off mic'd up segment here in this broadcast. We'll listen into the Thunder huddle.
Underestimate us every fucking time.
All right, we're going to call an audible and not go to that, that particular mic'd up. Seven to nothing ball game. Tie up by Atkins. So even though there's a 7-0 advantage, Coach Scott Johnson not happy about something he's seeing on the offensive end in terms of his team being able to run their sets and get things done. I think also defensively, I think that was what he had qualms with there early on. They still have a 7-0 advantage. 1Nation hasn't gotten on the board yet. That long rebound going to be brought in by Jenks. Ball spinning, delivering out to the corner. Three-pointer off the mark, trying to follow her shot there was Eden Gaynor. But it's 1Nation that comes away with the rebound. They'll turn it over. Bailey Atkins, pass ahead to Stevens. Stevens swing it over to the other corner. A good look there at the baseline jumper. It won't go. 1Nation off to the races. Good job of hanging in the air, the body control to be able to avoid the defender, protect the ball, and finish. Johnny Horton. Horton makes it 7-2, all by her lonesome on the inside, though. There's Nicole Stevens out of Pickerington Central. Shout out to Pick Central. They've been able to broadcast their boys basketball team at Flying to the Hoop, the Premier Health Flying to the Hoop Invitational there in Ohio over the past few years. They are always a tough opponent, led by Coach Eric Kruger up there on the boys' side. A foul there as Stevens takes some contact there from Michaela Griggs-Ziegler. Griggs-Ziegler helps her up. Good sportsmanship there. That foul was not intended to be as bad as it was.
Get in there, rebound, shot up.
And by bad, I mean Stevens sliding a few feet. Definitely a good, clean foul. Stevens now at the free throw line. And she makes it 11-2. Pass inside, 1Nation's Horton lays it up and in. So Horton with back-to-back buckets for 1Nation. Macy able to get that one inside, squeeze through two defenders, and make it a 9-point game, 13-4. Tough shot going away from the rim there for number 11 for 1Nation. Oh, correction, number 10. So that was Griggs-Ziegler there. Nine-point game, under 4 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Step through move there by Atkins, can't get it to go, wasn't able to establish herself back in bounds before trying to come back and play there for that loose ball. Checking in for 1Nation will be number 22, Jasmine Worthy. Backcourt violation, stepping across the backcourt line. That was number 19, Angela Caliban. So Caliban, we turn it over there on the backcourt violation. Bailey Atkins to throw it in, gets it to Stevens. Nice pass inside to where only Jenks could get to it. Jenks unable to score, but a good look and good execution on the pass. 1Nation bending but not breaking on the defensive end as they were waiting on Jenks as soon as she came down with it. Traveling violation going to go there against Worthy. Catching it at the elbow, pass inside to Atkins. Bobbled it a little bit, but now out to Jenks. Jenks will try a triple. Off the mark. Rebound brought down by Horton.
31.
Horton, she's got 4 points so far. The long arm of Jenks able to reach around, steal that one away. Will finish what she started with the layup on the other end. The assist goes to Maddie Macy. So we're going to go into the West Virginia Thunder huddle as we take another look at the Thunder off and rolling, defense translating to offense.
When Bailey got there, like that's what make him honor grab you when you came back the second time. Okay, just everybody, I know our minds are going a little crazy right now, okay? On defense down here, let's go one again, okay? So we're matched up, everybody's matched up, and man, I don't even know where the hell they're at, okay? As long as they don't throw it to the high post, we're going to trap the first pass, okay? So if, say that Bailey's guarding the point guard, Nicole, the first pass on the wing, we're going to trap, the next guard rotates over. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. I know, I'll explain it
listen-ins is just being able to see coaches really do what they do. You see coaches at different times where you got to energize your team. You got to kind of motivate them a little bit. You see instances where it's time to maybe get after them and focus on the fundamentals. You see instances where it's time to draw up a play, be able to get a bucket off of the inbounds. You see so many different game situations, and you get to see what coaches have to do there in a game scenario. Good hustle as Atkins went to the deck to get it, gets it up to Magistro. Magistro to Jenks. Wasn't able to hear exactly what the call was on the other end. But it will be 1Nation's basketball. So 15-4, an 11-point lead for the Thunder. Ball poked away, but now 1Nation has it in the corner, not for long. That three hoisted up there by Calibank. She can't get it to go. Trying her best to get it back there is number 5. Niaja Williams. So Williams called for the foul, but that's one of those fouls. If your head coach Jarvis Mitchell, you'll take it. You might tell her to be smarter with the hands there, because with that type of defense, you want her in the game and not in foul trouble. But as far as being able to kind of try to ratchet up this defensive pressure, can't knock that if you're 1Nation. Pass inside, now here's Macy. Macy catches, can't get it to go just at the free throw line. But the offensive board by the Thunder will give them another crack at it. Wide open jumper there for Stevens. Tapped away, and another opportunity. We'll see if the third time is the charm as Magistro swings it back out and they'll reset. You cannot give this Thunder team multiple opportunities per possession. They get a fourth one. The third time's a charm, the fourth one is a shoe-in. They're able to rebound and flip it in, Maddie Macy. So 1Nation working too hard defensively to not be able to end the defensive sequence with a defensive rebound. If you don't get that rebound, you can play defense on a string all the way up to that point as much as you want. But you gotta get that defensive rebound. Easier said than done when you look at some of the size there for the Thunder, as well as how they have attacked the glass up to this point. But it's something you got to do if you're 1Nation and you're looking to win this game. Magistro looking more like a maestro. She directs traffic, clears enough space to be able to get to the cup, hoop, and the horn. See right there, she just sees the Red Sea wide open. There's that would-be screen created, just enough space to be able to turn the corner and keep it moving. We're under the minute mark, and it's a 20-4 ball game. Pass inside, thought it was maybe a little bit too much air under it, but it made it into Greg Ziegler. She can't get the layup to go. Pass ahead, work along the baseline, and we're gonna have free throws coming here for number 4, Eden Gaynor. And jumper rattles around and stays down for Macy. It'll make it 22-4. Backdoor cut. Tied up there along the baseline as they'll wrestle for it. Monica Williams had a couple Thunder defenders waiting on her as soon as she came down with that one. So 1Nation able to force a turnover there. That was nothing but defensive pressure from Monica Williams. It was all over Magistro. Forced the turnover there, chasing it down. Stevens, believe it was touched last by 1Nation, went out of bounds, but the Thunder turn it over. Foul there on the play is going to go against Macy. Greg Ziegler thought about it. Now it's too late. Entry pass going to be poked away there by Ball. Traveling violation there going to go against Monica Williams. So 22-4 as we approach the final few seconds here in the second quarter. Good if it goes, got it off in time. Ice cream, splash from the corner, Eden Gaynor. Thought they weren't sure on where it was at. They told me that's what you get for thinking. We were right on the money, as you see. The quick kick to the corner, not a lot of time to be able to catch it and get it off, but able to do so before the clock strikes zero. A nice bucket there for Gaynor. We'll be back with more Western Pennsylvania Bruins tip-off here on SUV TV.
He'll come off the double screen to the left. Oh, and wide open underneath. Sexton goes step back, fade away three. Oh, my goodness! Colin Sexton! In the lane by Tracy. Here's Williamson, makes his way around one tight. Now hustling it toward the lane and throws it down. That's what the crowd had been waiting on. A fantastic dunk coming in by Williamson. Trent, off balance jumper.
Nailed it. Pierre to Gary Trent Jr. And oh my goodness, that's how you end the game, folks.
The Western Pennsylvania Bruins tip-off classic here on SUV TV as we get ready for the second quarter. In the second quarter action, the nice back tap there by Gaynor, who was able to end the first quarter with the triple. Gets the pass inside, and we're going to have a trip to the free throw line coming up here for Taja Jenks. Rebound. 27-4. It's been all Thunder in this one, 1Nation. The effort and intensity has been there, but the Thunder able to out-execute so far. But still plenty of game left, plenty of time left. Good sportsmanship being shown on both sides there by Michaela Grigg Ziegler, as well as Bailey Atkins. Pass ahead to Gaynor. Gaynor, she'll stop and pop. Too strong. Deer on the shot. Rebound comes down to Kasia Buggs. Traveling violation there, going to go against number 3. We get that number at halftime. No 3 on the roster. Here in my book, we'll get that name at halftime. 27-4 is the lead. Thunder being patient here on the offensive end. Skip pass, that one's gonna be stolen. Number 3's name coming at halftime right there. She got a steal on one end. They heard a whistle, but it was from another court. Pass ahead as if they froze just long enough to sort of thwart the momentum of that break, but Gaynor chases it down. Entry pass going to be knocked away. Pass intended for Taja Jenks there on the inside. Jenks listed at 6'1". Look at the travel basketball level, and you get your players that are 6'1", 6'2". Very valuable in terms of what they're able to do on the floor with that type of length and wingspan. We'll listen in here to the West Virginia Thunder huddle.
I want TT right here, Katie right here, Eden right here, Malia right here. I want Bailey to take it out. Okay, TT, backpedal hard. Now when you're backpedaling, when you get to about right, look for the ball and almost like you're gonna come up right here. Katie, I couldn't tell if they had a kid on the ball or in the lane. If they got a kid in the lane, run through here hard and ask for the ball, okay? Bailey, fake it here. Somebody helps. If Eden's girl helps, you'll have her there right here. That's low go. Here, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Just go back, kind of slow, like look for the ball. It's kind of, then just boom.
Coming out of the timeout there, the Thunder with a commanding lead. A perfectionist of sorts when it comes to how his offense runs in Scott Johnson, just like a lot of coaches. There, they get it done right out of the timeout as Jenks is able to score there off the inbounds action. 25-point lead, Atkins. Nice close out there by Greg Ziegler. Going the other way, flipped up high off the window. The giant killer floater. Gaynor putting together a pretty nice game here so far. The Wheeling Central attendee has made it 31-4. Carrying violation. Send it over the other way. Jenks scores on the other end. So it's not just the size with Jenks, it's the ability to catch in traffic, be able to finish. A lot of times you see with guards, you can't always assume what a player can do because of their size. You got to know your personnel, and when you're a guard playing with the Jenks, you can see early on, she's going to run the floor, put herself in a good position with rim runs and the ability to cover so much ground, but also she's a player that can catch in traffic and be able to finish. Doing her best safety impression there was Eden Gaynor. She comes up with the steal ahead to the aforementioned Jenks, and we could just attribute that to the broadcaster's jinx. She had ran the floor yet again, couldn't get the layup to go, but we will have Maddie Macy headed to the free throw line. 1Nation continuing to play hard, trying to see if they can get a couple stops, a couple turnovers sequenced together to try to cut this deficit some. Checking into the game for 1Nation, number 22, Jasmine Worthy, and number 2, Kiera Wilson. Layup drill, an easy play made for Eden Gaynor. I'd like to see what the official total for Gaynor is there at halftime. She is filling it up and just doing it all within the offense. That three too strong from the corner. Macy chases down the rebound. 1Nation ball there along the baseline. It's Eden Gaynor. She has definitely come out looking to make the most out of this opening game. here on day 2 of the Western Pennsylvania Bruins Tip-Off Classic. Ball lost momentarily. Good hustle there by Michaela Griggs-Ziegler to try to save that one. Ran out of real estate, and it'll be Thunder ball along the baseline.
23 seconds.
They throw it up top to Jenks, a little bit too tall. It'll go the other way. Finish on the other end, that's Nicole Stevens.
Stevie, set your feet. Set your feet, Stevie. Set your feet. Get around it, Jenna. Come on, show. Penetrate. Nice, Sarah. Good job, Sarah. Good job, Sarah.
Jenks trying to work inside, leaves it just short. So we'll see if 1Nation can add to Michaela Griggs-Ziegler's last bucket. Changing pace there is Eden Gaynor. Gaynor out of Wheeling Central was able to win the state championship with her team earlier there in March. And she is playing like a player that is bringing that swag and bringing that level of accomplishment over to the travel ball level. Obviously, it doesn't mean much off paper. Can't rest on your laurels. Got to be able to keep it moving and focus on this season for what it is. But you still get better when you're able to do things like make a state championship run. That means you got as many games as possible in there during the high school season. And on top of that, you finish the top in the entire mountain there in your state. Gaynor is a player that's playing like it. 42-6 here as we approach halftime. Able to double pump, hang in the air, good body control, finish amidst the contact there by Nicole Stevens. Pass was intended for Worthy inside, was going to be poked away. Magestro gets it to Jenks. Jenks kicks it to the corner, a wide open look at 3. Off the mark, with ball. Right place, right time. Katie Ball, she got the first 2 points of the game for the Thunder. Adds another 2. The lead sits at 40. SWAT team, access denied as that one is blocked out of bounds by Katie Ball. So you have Tasia Jenks at 6'1". You've got Katie Ball at 6'1" as well. Depending on your personnel, the twin towers of sorts for the Thunder. Stolen by Ajane Horton. The 1Nation will turn it over. Atkins. Just inside the elbow, can't get it to go. Follows the shot though, and is going to get the left hand, left side attempt. Foul call. They weren't able to hear the whistle. Macy played through it, but she is indeed going to head to the free throw line. So here at the Tip-Off Classic, obviously is the first event of the year for most, if not every team. Obviously, you'd like to take W's, but if you do take an L, how do you learn from it? How do you get better during the course of the game? 1Nation is going to be tasked with that, as this one has gotten ugly early. But as a coach, you like to see how your players respond to it, how they continue to fight. Pass broken up. Active hands there in the passing lanes for number 20, Kayla Gray. Number 3 was able to pick it up for 1Nation. As I mentioned, we'll scoot over there at halftime and be able to get number 3's name, as it is not here on this roster. Curling around, nearly broken up by Jenks, but sticking with it. Jenks has a reinforcement there. As they got by her, but Katie Ball was right there to get another block. Blocking foul. Gonna go against Ajane Horton. Offensive rebound. Resisted inside there by Kayla Gray. Working inside, and we'll have a foul on the play. Going to go against Ball. Ball knocked out of bounds. Looks like it will stick with 1Nation. This is the second of 10 games, 10 broadcasts scheduled here for today. The next one will be Western Pennsylvania Bruins Zeiss taking on Midwest Takeover. That one slated to tip off at 11:20, but we've just reached halftime in this one. It's all West Virginia Thunder, 1Nation continuing to fight. We'll see what happens after halftime. Thanks for joining us here on SUV TV.
The 360, he throws it down.
He'll come off the double screen to the left. Oh, and wide open underneath. Sexton goes step back, fade away three.
Oh, my goodness. Colin Sexton.
In the lane by Tracy. Here's Williamson, makes his way around one tight. Now hustling in toward the lane and throws it down. That's what the crowd had been waiting on. A fantastic dunk coming in by Williamson. Trent, off balance jumper.
Nailed it. Pierre to Gary Trent Jr. And oh my goodness, that's how you end the game, folks.
And welcome back as we are ready to get the third quarter rolling. We're underway here at the Western Pennsylvania Bruins Tip-Off Classic, Day 2. Game 2 here for broadcast purposes today. The West Virginia Thunder with a commanding lead. 1Nation, team that has played hard here, hasn't been able to score at the same clip that the Thunder have at this point. But I look for them to continue to get better as the game goes on just by fighting through the adversity. Eden Gaynor has been a big face for that adversity in terms of points scored against 1Nation. She had 9 points there in the first half. She got 11 points here after that last deuce. Leading scorer, though, for the Thunder there in the first half was Taja Jenks. She had 12 points there. Gets her first 2 points of the second half. 14 total here for the game. Jumper off the mark. Rebound snatched and brought down by Bailey Atkins. Atkins to push ahead to Gaynor. Gaynor, a power dribble, has that one blocked inside. Nice defense here by 1Nation. As you had number 3, Sequoia, as well as number 5, Niaja Williams there in the mix on the defensive end. At the free throw line, here is number 20. That's Kayla Gray. Kayla Gray out of Wayne Memorial there in Michigan. Smooth free throw stroke there for the second one. So a productive trip to the free throw line there for Kayla Gray. Thunder have the ball on the offensive and they'll get it inside. Gaynor's doubles, she'll kick it out to Stevens. Nice job there by Ajane Horton, who knocked that pass away even though 1Nation couldn't corral it in. It's going to be a Jenks 3 on the way. Splash. I mentioned the ability to rim run and finish. Also the ability to step out, stretch the floor, and knock down the jumper. 17 points so far for Jenks. I love the hustle of Michaela Griggs-Ziegler throughout this contest. She gets the steal on one end and demands a trip to the free throw line on the other. Took it right at Katie Ball, initiated the contact. And now Griggs-Ziegler at the line, also attends Wayne Memorial. Plays on this 1Nation squad, along with high school teammates Kayla Gray, Gloria Jarvis, and Alana Michaud. Second free throw trickles in. Jenks to Gaines. Now Gaynor over to Atkins. Atkins just outside the volleyball line, finds Gaynor along the baseline. Catch and shoot, too strong. Ball with the rebound, and one. The hoop and the harm for Katie Ball, and what I like most about this play is notice when Ball rebounds this ball, notice where she keeps it. So she rebounds that up top, has multiple defenders around her, keeps that pivot foot, and is able to go up. How many times do you see your interior players get that type of pass inside or get a rebound and then use a dribble to gather? In rare instances, that works. Not to say it's a straight science to where you can never take a power dribble, and in some instances, I feel like it helps you balance, gather, and go up and either finish through contact or around contact. But there are plenty of times where you'll see an interior player bring that ball below their waist or use an extra dribble that they don't need and have it either turned over, a jump ball forced, or just make the shot tougher than it had to be. A nice job by Ball on that last play, keeping it high and finishing high. Earning another trip to the free throw line, Griggs-Ziegler. Can't get the first free throw to go. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Pass going to be broken up. Chased down. Good hustle there by Gloria Jarvis. Step back jumper for Greg Ziegler. Off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Jasmine Worthy wanted it more than anybody there on that play. She got it. And Gloria Jarvis made sure that work wasn't for naught. And we got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout with them. We will be back with more WPA Bruins Tip-Off Classic after this short break. Welcome back from the timeout. As we are en route to completing the final 2 minutes here of the third quarter. Thunder ball there along the baseline. Magestro finds Gaynor in the corner. Can't get the shot to go. Another rebound by Jasmine Worthy. Showing some good rebounding prowess here over the past couple possessions. That pass looked like it was intended for Worthy, ends up right in the hands of Macy. Gaynor hesitates for a second, tries to drop it off to Jenks, leaves it behind her, and now 1Nation coming the other way. Monica Williams can't get it to go. Push ahead, here's Gaynor. Gaynor to Jenks, Jenks. Now there was an instance where the dribble helped. So again, in art, not really a science necessarily, as you were able to see Jenks dribble and avoid the defender there en route to the layup, but Jasmine Worthy makes the play right back on the other end. Showing you some of what she can do in terms of being able to rebound, defend inside, but also get up and down and finish. Maddie Macy with the bucket on the other end for the Thunder. Macy can't get it to go. Pass inside to Jenks. Jenks too strong. Can't get the layup. Got about 6 seconds or so to work with. Magestro will head to the line. So that will do it for the third quarter. Magestro is going to get her free throw opportunities. She'll get one more. Third quarter is in the books. Here are the Western PA Bruins Tip-Off Classic. We'll be back with the fourth after this quick break. fourth quarter off and rolling. Maddie Macy tries to get it started with a jumper. Looked like a 3 from where I sit.
Let's go, push, Hannah.
And it indeed is. Was able to avoid the line. Make it 65-14. Gainer tried to make the pass ahead, having to slow it down momentarily. There was Magestro. Three-pointer on the way. That one's off the mark there for Macy. Sticking with it though, poking it away is Macy. Poked it right to Stevens, who lays it in. Arms straight up. Defending vertically there is Katie Ball. That one kicks off of the back heel, and it's going to be an easy layup drill there for Monica Williams. Williams couldn't get the layup to go. And again, so much of this One Nation squad is, it's a process when you talk about building teams and developing players. They've got some positives to build on as far as the energy that they bring, how hard they play. Their ability to really pressure you defensively. It's just that the Thunder have enough pieces to be able to handle the pressure better than some teams might be able to. Solid guards that can handle the ball and an Eden Gainer. And a Cole Stevens, a Bailey Atkins, a Magestro, but then also players that can be wing or interior. When you look at Atasha Jenks, Katie Ball, so on and so forth. Foul on the play. As I mentioned, our next broadcast after this one is set for an 11:20 a.m. tip. Might tip a few minutes early. That'll be Western Pennsylvania Bruins Zeiss taking on Midwest Takeover Take One. Got a push in the back there. Gloria Jarvis is fouled there on the push in the back, so she will inbound it. That pass deflected. Able to corral it in traffic. It looked like that shot was partially deflected. That was Kayla Gray there on the inside for One Nation. Macy to Magestro. Magestro curling around and one. Malia Magestro out of Kennedy Catholic. See her being aggressive, drives hard right. See the contact, not enough to stop Magestro from scoring it.
Gotta go corner, Aaron. You gotta go corner.
Hesitating for a second and kicking it into another gear. Earning a trip to the free throw line. Here's Niaja Williams. Williams out of Kalamazoo Central. No, they'll rule it on the floor, so not in the act of shooting. She'll turn it over there as Macy tips it up right to herself. Ball kicks it out. That'll be a wide open look. That one's short. Number 14, Latana Carter, now in the game for One Nation. Carter out of Ferndale High School as Jenks and Bailey Atkins check back in for the Thunder. Step back. Shot off the mark there for Carter. Like the confidence she shot it with, though. On the other side, it's an Eden Gainer layup. Magestro comes and gets a steal of her own. Gets it to Gainer. Gainer stepping through, takes an arm bar there across the face And we'll head to the free throw line. Defender was going for the ball there. Really, Gaynor took that move to the face because of a nice use of the footwork to avoid the defender, get the contact, and head to the line. Back in for 1Nation, number 10, Michaela Griggs-Ziegler, player who hasn't sat much throughout this contest. But is still giving it everything on both ends. She's got it up top. Pass inside. Here's Gray. Gray off the mark, rebound. Brought down by Gaynor. Gaynor will dial up a three-pointer. Ice cream, Eden Gaynor with another splash. Ended the first quarter with the triple, gets another one here in the second half. Another step back coming there from Carter. Floater off the mark. Maddie Macy in there throwing her weight around, bulling a China shop there on the glass. Couldn't get the follow-up to go. But Maddie Macy, a force to be reckoned with there on the glass. Comes back, gets the steal. Push ahead. Jenks thought it was for her instead. Slows it up a little bit for Magestro, who gives it back to Jenks. The gift that keeps on giving. Basketball has good energy when you move it around, also when you roll like the Thunder have here in this one. So all's well that ends well on that play. And it will certainly do that for the Thunder here in this one for 1Nation. It's the type of game where you get better. As a player, you don't want to see the scoreboard like that when you wrap up a game, but they played against a Thunder team that made them better today, and they fought the entire game, and that's going to wrap it up. We'll be back with more Western Pennsylvania Bruins Tip-Off Classic here on SUV TV.